So everybody, when they learn about that we're going to Visoko, they say, so are you going to see the pyramids? And we say, yes. And then we ask, do you believe it? And they say, there is something there. So here we are, standing on the top of a pyramid in Bosnia. When we first decided to visit this country, we didn't really know a lot about what cool things to see here. And as we were searching YouTube and internet for suggestions, a crazy story popped up about some ancient pyramids that were both larger and more accurately placed than the pyramids of Giza. There were abnormal energy fields, crazy geometrical patterns, and underground tunnels with the freshest of air and the purest of water. And all of this was supposedly 34,000 years old? We hadn't heard anything about this before. Was there really something to it? As we researched some more, it became clear that we had to see this place for ourselves. From Tito's bunker in Konjic, we took the train to Sarajevo and switched for another one going to Visoko. The owner of the apartment we had booked, a really nice guy called Edin, picked us up at the train station and took us to what was going to be our home for the next few days. Right on the foot of a 220 meter tall, 34,000 year old pyramid. At least that is what Dr Osmanagich is claiming. He is the guy who announced the discovery of this pyramid complex in 2005, and he has been excavating and measuring all kinds of stuff ever since. Several pyramids, underground tunnels, energy fields and geometrical patterns aligned with true north and constellations in the sky are just some of the things he found. It's easy to disregard claims like this if it's just something you read on the internet. And that is exactly what many people do. But being there, seeing everything and learning what has been discovered about all of this really puts your mind to the test. We'll take you along and show you everything so you can make up your own opinion. Or maybe you would even want to visit Visoko and see it all for yourself. Anyway, we got up the next day and headed up the side of the pyramid for our first lesson. A guided tour to learn about how this was built and what has been measured. So we're near... Why do I always say so when we start? Why do I do that? We are nearing the Pyramid of the Sun, which is one of the pyramids. And that's another one over there. This is actually the main reason we came to Bosnia in the first place. Oh yeah, here we go. Bosanska Pyramida Sonka. Certainly looks like a pyramid.
Biggest, largest in the world with the height
Look
of
at
over 2 meters. Most precise side orientation to the cosmic north error of 0 degrees, 0 minutes and only 12 seconds.
22 times more precise than the Egyptian pyramid, which is also orientated to the cosmic north. So it's more precise and it's older and it's bigger. All of it makes sense. But we can understand that it's too much to take in for people, especially archaeologists who have spent most of their lives talking about something else, telling another truth. But that's the cool thing. You can always discover other truth. And one thing that I learned the last few years is that we don't have to agree.
What is?
We don't have to agree. We can just see.
If you choose to not believe the pyramids, that's totally okay.
Yeah, of course. We don't know.
I just think it's really weird because how would they build it? They're like older than the Egyptian ones.
So we're here at the ticket office at the entrance of the pyramid, and we bought some tickets to go up here. There's a guide up here and brus. We call it brus in Norway. So we're gonna walk up this place, and up here we'll find this man's colleague. Kollega?
Yeah, it's going over there.
Yeah, and he's gonna tell us more about what's going on here. You know, it's always good if a celebrity, where is he? Celebrity has been here.
6 times.
Tennis guy. What's his name?
No idea.
You probably know. I don't know. Here you have the Egyptian pyramid. It's 147 meters tall. And here we have the Bosnian one, 220 meters tall. 12,000 years ago. 34,000 years ago. And this is the valley of the pyramids. And you can see that This big one here, they've measured an extreme amount of energy coming out of the top. So all of these things are just very interesting. And what else have we got here? I don't know what this means. There's some kind of experts. Maybe this is all the experts that support this idea. Fortunately, here's an English one. And yes, these are all experts who have actually visited and researched Bosnian Pyramid of the Sun.
And that is something that I find very interesting, because if you Google it, you will find a lot of different opinions, yes, and professors and archaeologists.
Archaeologists. Archaeologists. Yeah, but we got people from America, from Russia, from Egypt. Here's Indiana Jones from Bosnia. We got guys from United States again, Russia, Serbia, St. Petersburg, all educated people who know a lot of stuff. And what's this? Ah, here is that very interesting thing. Look at this. Yeah, look at that.
And there's like...
Ah, here it is, here it is. Here's a perfect 60-degree angled triangle between the top of this, top of that, and the top of this thing. And it's exactly 2.2 kilometers between each of those tops.
Insane.
How is that supposed to happen naturally?
Don't know.
Don't know. Exactly. I don't know. And look at this. All kinds of stuff. The diameter of the two circles defined by the four peaks produce line segments of the golden ratio. Fibonacci.
What is the golden ratio? This plastic is...
Yeah, what is the golden ratio? We'll put it up there. Golden ratio. But we know what the Fibonacci spiral is.
No.
It's
a spiral.
it's this thing. What you see in all kinds of fruits and everything. And what you also can see in constellations in the sky. Oh, match layout of four Bosnian pyramids. Huh. So, lots of thing going on. We're walking on the pyramid right now. This is how far we walked, by the way.
And I'm already tired.
Yeah.
You were tired when we started.
Beautiful view.
Energy is
If anything
cold.
else, if nothing else. Did I tell you my boy liked animals? What did you see? Squirrel. Bosnian squirrel. Okay. Oh, there's our guide. Yeah. All right, so we just ended the small tour of this location of the pyramid. Got our guide down there telling us so many interesting things. And this area is one of the excavation areas. And this concrete that you see here, they call it concrete. It's underneath about a meter of vegetation and soil. When they found this, they sent samples of it to 7 different laboratories, and they all came back saying that this is artificial, it's synthetic concrete. They also said that the quality of this concrete is something we don't see anymore. How much water it absorbs only 1% of water, while normal concrete is about 3%. And also the strength of this material is extremely high, like 3 times more than normal concrete that we use today. Okay, yeah. It could be natural. But then he explained that there is 4 layers of concrete here. 4 layers of concrete. And then there is 1.5 meter of shock absorbing clay. And then there's another 4 layers of this concrete. Many arguments against this say that how can you transport these blocks are so big? But in the pyramids in Egypt, the blocks are natural stone. They're cut out and moved to the sides and then placed. But this is concrete. And what do you do with concrete? You make it somewhere and then you move it to the area where you use it, and it's liquid, and you pour it into molds and it solidifies, and that's where you have a structure. So this is what's been going on in this area. So one argument is that where are the tombs? There are no tombs. Where are the kings here? And there aren't any. And that's because this isn't a tomb. It's an energy machine, or however you want to call it. I don't understand all of that, but I do understand that there are electromagnetic vibrations that are good for humans, and there are electromagnetic vibrations that are bad for humans. And that's what you try to do when you, for instance, when you meditate. And our guide said that this is the best place to meditate because because here's a hole in the ground that goes into the pyramid, and you got really good vibrations coming out of this place. Interesting. And he also said that Semir, the guy who, I'm not going to try to pronounce his name, I'm just going to put it right here. He said that he was driving over here and he saw one pyramid, and then he went on top of this pyramid and put out his compass, and he saw that one of these sides is just absolutely perfect to the north. And then all of this started. He started doing some more measurements and started to he bought some land down here that we saw, and they cleared the vegetation and the soil, and they found this concrete and sent it to those labs, and they got those results. And another interesting thing is that underneath the first layer of concrete, they found a leaf. And what leaves are made of carbon, and carbon has a half-life. So if you find that, you can analyze it and find out when did that leaf die. And if you found that leaf underneath the first layer of concrete, it means it can't be put there afterwards. So if the concrete is artificial, it's made by humans, and underneath it there is a leaf, then that leaf can't be any younger than when the concrete was put there. And the leaf came back, the data from the leaf came back, and it was between 29 and 30,000 years old. And that is the main problem that these guys working here have with this story, because anything that's that old does not coincide with the rest of the history of the world. All history is much younger than that. The oldest civilization is 12,000 years old. Even that they're debating, but this is 30,000 years old. How can that be? It's too interesting not to get completely absorbed in the story. What do you think?
I think that everything that we believe from history is because of data, and this is also data.
Yeah, it's data, and it's a story made out of the data that we have.
Yeah.
And this is a story that is really interesting. How do you feel down there?
I don't feel that much pain in my knees anymore.
Really?
That's when I started.
People come here to heal. There's another area about 3 kilometers from here where they have found tunnels, and there are solid walls, and there are pebbles that you can just dig out the pebbles, and then you have arches, you have tunnels in there that you can just walk in, and the energies that they've measured in there are just something out of this world, or something of this world, but very unusual nonetheless. And that's where we're going tomorrow. Whew. Calm and collected. Just had a really good meditation. I meditate a lot, and I try to get this specific feeling when I do. And I don't know if it's just placebo or what. There is no way to know, but I don't think I ever had it come to me this easily. That was wow. I feel so relaxed right now. That was very, very strange. Here is some information about that concrete. According to the Institute of Materials from France, Italy, and Bosnia Herzegovina, this concrete is harder, 134 megapascals. It's harder than modern concrete with a lower water absorption of 1%. And this is the median hardness of this concrete is up to 150, which supposedly, I don't know anything about this. I'm not a construction builder or a construction engineer, but according to our guide, it was a lot stronger than normal concrete. Oh, look, here's some big blocks over here. And of course you could move these blocks from another place to here. You didn't have to, because you just poured it in the where you were supposed to use it. So this is how the whole side of the mountain, on all sides, are layered like that. How is that supposed to happen naturally? And how is that supposed to cover a leaf 30,000 year old, if it's humanly built? And how is 4 layers of concrete, 1 layer of clay, and another 4 layers of concrete all around these mountains? How did that happen? And at the same time, with all these geometrical shapes that they construct, that we saw on those posters down there are just too many things. I don't know. As I said, I don't know. But it's interesting. And tomorrow, hopefully, we're going to learn even more. And we asked if we can film, so they said yes. So tomorrow, hopefully, we're going to be able to film the guide as they tell this whole story, because I can't retell everything as good as they can. And we also can ask all kinds of questions if we want to. Here's the rest of the crew. And a lovely view. I am super stoked, and I'm so relaxed also. I can tell you one thing about traveling with kids on Interrail. You get to a new place like this on the train. Yesterday we arrived late. We're carrying with us everything, and we've been to Tiro's bunker and several trains and buses and taxis and doing stuff all day, so we were exhausted. Just had a little bit of food left in our food bag, and this morning we're like, wake up, and then in a new apartment, and then we're like, oh, we're just gonna run out and get some food, and then we're gonna go to the shop. And all the shops are different from the ones you're used to go to. Like at home, you can just run to the shop and get what you need, go home, and start to cook with all the stuff you're used to. But here it's like, you get to the shop and you're like, get cheese. It's like that with every single thing. And when you finally exit the shop after like 1.5 hours, just been walking around in there searching for normal stuff, but you can't find it because you're not used to going there. Then you get back and you're like, oh, I finally got some food, now let's eat. No. You gotta find out everything about the kitchen as well. Like where are the everything? How do you use the cooker? How do you do you turn this one on? Do you use that one? So traveling, that's the most stressful part for me. Get food, make food, and eat. So now that we have been shopping, we know everything about the kitchen, it's going to be 10 times more easy tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Getting some food from the fast food dudes. Look at this. We got chickens and we got sheep. And it's all good right here. Very good. That sure was an interesting first day in Visoko. Join us again for the next episode, where the questions keep piling up as we explore the fascinating underground tunnels of Ravne with the most wonderful guides.
Welcome, my name is Amila, just so you know before.
Thank you, we saw you on YouTube.
You're famous! Where are you from?
Norway.
We hope you liked this video, and if you did, we'd love it if you gave it a like and a comment and would subscribe to our channel. We'll see you underground in the next episode.